There's a force that separates the average from the achievers, the dreamers from the doers. And that force is motivation. But not the kind of motivation that comes and goes with the weather. I'm talking about unstoppable motivation. The kind that burns like fire inside you. The kind that keeps you moving forward when everything in you screams to quit. People often ask me, "Brian, how do I stay motivated every day?" And I tell them the truth: you don't. Nobody wakes up every morning bursting with energy and excitement. Even the most successful people have days when they don't feel like doing anything. The difference is, they've learned how to generate motivation on demand, how to light their own fire, instead of waiting for someone else to hand them a match. Motivation doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. It begins with a decision, a commitment to something so meaningful that you cannot ignore it. Every great achievement begins with a clear purpose. When you know exactly what you want and why you want it, motivation becomes natural. You don't have to force yourself to move. The goal itself pulls you forward. Think back to a time in your life when you were completely focused on something. Maybe a project, a dream, a mission that mattered deeply to you. You didn't need anyone to push you. You woke up early, stayed up late, and gave your best because you cared. That's what real motivation feels like. It's born from purpose. You see, your why must be stronger than your excuses. The reason most people lose motivation is because their reasons aren't big enough. When your why is weak, your motivation fades the moment life gets hard. But when your why is powerful, when it's about your family, your future, your dreams, your legacy, no obstacle can stop you. A strong why gives you energy when you're tired, courage when you're afraid, and persistence when you're discouraged. When I was younger, I worked on a construction site. The work was hard, dirty, and exhausting. Every day, I'd wake up before sunrise and come home long after dark. But I kept showing up because I had a dream to build a better life. I told myself, if I can push myself through this, I can push myself through anything. That discipline became the foundation of my success later in life. My why was stronger than my fatigue. That's how motivation works. It grows when you give it a reason. But here's another truth. Motivation follows motion. We often think we need to feel motivated before taking action. But that's backward. Action comes first. When you take the first step, even when you don't feel like it, your brain releases energy and confidence. You start to feel momentum. The hardest part of any task is getting started, but once you begin, the motivation builds itself. So, the next time you feel unmotivated, and don't wait for inspiration, create it. Do something, anything. Start small. Make your bed, go for a walk, write one sentence. Action creates emotion. Movement creates motivation. And once you start moving, keep moving. Discipline is the secret behind lasting motivation. The people you admire most aren't motivated all the time. They're disciplined all the time. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your motivation muscle. You prove to your brain that you can trust yourself. And once you trust yourself, nothing can stop you. One of the greatest secrets to motivation is momentum. When you're in motion, you feel alive. When you stop, you start doubting yourself. Success is not about massive leaps, it's about continuous movement, one step at a time, day after day. Every small action compounds. That's how motivation becomes unstoppable, through the power of consistent progress. But there's another factor we often overlook: your environment. The people you surround yourself with either ignite your motivation or extinguish it. Spend time with people who complain, and you'll feel drained. Spend time with people who dream big, and you'll feel inspired. Motivation is contagious, both positive and negative. If you want to stay motivated, build an environment that supports your goals. Read books that lift you up. Watch videos that inspire you. Spend time in places that energize you. Protect your mental space as fiercely as you protect your physical health. Feed your mind every single day, and your thoughts are the fuel for your motivation engine. If you fill your mind with doubt, fear, and negativity, you'll feel stuck. But if you fill it with optimism, gratitude, and purpose, you'll feel unstoppable. Motivation grows where focus goes. Every day, remind yourself of your goals, write them down, visualize them, feel them, and every time you take even a small step forward, celebrate it. Most people only celebrate big wins, but unstoppable motivation comes from appreciating progress. When you acknowledge small victories, you train your mind to associate effort with reward. And what gets rewarded gets repeated. When you stop waiting for motivation and start building it, something powerful happens. You realize that motivation isn't a feeling. It's a decision. It's not about being excited all the time. It's about being committed all the time. And true motivation is born from self-respect, from the decision to honor your potential and refuse to settle for less than you can be. There will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when everything seems to go wrong. Days when your dream feels too far away. That's when you must remind yourself why you started. You must dig deep and find that fire again. Because motivation isn't about how you feel now. It's about what you want most. Imagine your life 6 months from now, if you simply refuse to quit. Imagine what would happen if you gave your best every day, no matter how you felt. That's what unstoppable motivation looks like, relentless forward motion. And here's the beautiful part. Once you build this habit of self-motivation, you become unstoppable in every area of life. You no longer depend on circumstances to decide your energy. You become your own source of power. You start to live with intention, clarity, and confidence. The truth is, the key to unstoppable motivation is not in doing more. It's in becoming more. It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps moving, who stays positive, who finds a reason to rise when others fall. When you wake up tomorrow, don't ask, "Do I feel motivated?" Instead, say, "What's one thing I can do right now to move forward?" That one action will change everything. Because motivation is like a fire. It needs fuel, it needs air, and it needs protection. Feed it daily with goals, gratitude, and growth. Shield it from negativity and doubt. And most importantly, and use it every single day. There's a moment in every life when you decide who you're going to be. That moment is not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's now. You have the power to create the energy you need. You have the power to transform your life from within. So, light the fire. Move forward. Take that step. And when the world asks you how you keep going, how you stay focused, how you never give up, you'll smile and say, "I found the key to unstoppable motivation." Because once you master your motivation, you master your mind. When you master your mind, you master your destiny.